that Razor with Refresher and all that jazz could kinda help them later on.
Yeah, but if you, I feel like if you just pick like a Draw Ranger now or something, you just like almost auto win.
Weaver carry?
You can also Weaver carry, of course, yeah. Or Clink.
Please, hey, bud. Alright, that's hot.
Switching things up a little bit.
Well, Draw Clink is the same idea, right? You want to have a guy that's sitting behind and dishing out all the damage with the minus armor that you have. How much is like minus 20 or something crazy? The Clinks is going to
Destroy them.
destroy them. Especially that Razor, he's gonna run in and like, I'm really strong, guys, I'm dead.
Now, do you feel that Clinks might have a problem with Void Spirit jumping him?
That's actually the problem for Drow, which is why I think they went to Clinks, because he's gonna have like 3,000 health, like in the mid game. So I don't think he's actually
It's much easier situation for him to survive through.
Yeah, it's like a tanky Drow basically, right? Which makes so much more sense in this draft, which is why Xiao 8 is drafting and not me. I would have drafted a Drow, and then I would have fed to the to emo ones, but then I would have killed them anyway.
You'd get that silence, which would be a bonus.
Yeah, I predict where he jumps and
just gust him.
yeah, and he's like, ah,
through the fog, right? Like,
As riveting as this conversation is, I have to ask you for your predictions.
I'm gonna go Elgita.
Elgada?
Look at the.
Elgada, okay, Blizzard sticking together. What say you, B-Cup? Don't do it, oh, for God's sake. Alright, let's throw it over to our casters for this game 3, the first Clinks game of the China DPC, with our casters of our Cryptic and Neff. Take it away for the final game.
Nomad the Trooper. 9 games of this he's had to deal with. Up to him, he's really carrying this broadcast.
Yeah, honestly, I'm actually kind of excited. We got to see all 9 games today. You know, the last day of regular play. We have tiebreakers obviously tomorrow, but yeah, the amount of wear and tear it must be putting on Nomad at this point of the day is.
There's no way he comes back.
He's not going to be the same after this.
Yeah. He's got to come in tomorrow as well. We got tiebreakers.
Yeah.
Poor guy. What can you do?
So we do see the last pick Underlord here for IG. They respond with Clinks on the side of LGD, and I'm kind of with the panel here. This lineup from LG that they've crafted here is so sick. Faith Beyond yet to lose on his Lycan. He has just done so much work on this hero. Even in a game where they hard countered him with like 2 heroes, they're like, all right, we can finally shoot down Faith Beyond. We got this. They just ends up crushing them anyway. So,
all right, you could say that about most of LGD's heroes though, because even though they haven't lost the Lycan yet, they haven't lost a lot of stuff. They kind of won a lot of games here.
Yeah, it's true. His Lycan is something else to watch, though, so I'm very excited to see how Faith Beyond does here in this game. Definitely a highlight of last game as well from him. So Clinks, though, gonna steal the show, I think, a little bit. This hero is gonna own.
You know, they changed how Wolfbite works. You now become a melee hero when you're ranged.
Oh yeah, it sets your attack range. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm curious how that works with the
Burning Barrage?
Burning Barrage.
He just stands there and shoots a bunch of arrows at him.
Yeah, but it's based off your attack range, Burning Barrage. You get extra Burning Barrage range when you get extra attack range. So my question is, if you try to Burning Barrage when you're a wolf, what happens? I've never tested this one.
It's more of a shotgun instead of a sniper rifle.
This one needs to be tested. I'm really hoping they pull it out at some point this game. It could lose them the game if they, go all in on that one. They spent 4,200 gold on an item. It just ends up being a little bit useless, but I'd be down to see it.
I can't imagine it's something that they're really needing to itemize for this game.
Yes, but it'd be funny.
It would be funny, yeah. It's just like Wolfbite on certain games, really good. This game doesn't seem like it's going to matter all that much. If they do commit onto the Clinks, you have so many things to try and turn the fights. And again, very tanky, like Black was saying. He's the tanky version of Drow here. Tons of health in this mid game once you have that Dark Pact online.
Yeah.
Why? Take a little bit of damage here on the Tide Hunter, but much tankier on the Tide here than it was on some of these other heroes.
Yep. Finally a tanky support hero for him. I thought already pretty low down here. He's gonna be careful. Zinkiu. He's got a Fairy Fire.
Gets the bucks. He's gonna just try and chase him here. One more auto attack. Okay, Zinkiu finding first blood here on the Weaver.
I feel like that's on Firefly though.
He didn't expect the level 2 Weaver damage, I guess. that fresh level 2. He was trying to get level 2 himself and ends up regretting it. They will find a trade here top lane as Y goes down as well. So one to one on the board here, but space made, I guess, for the Clinks, you could argue, and it is just the support, whereas the Razor not so much as.
It's true. And one of them was first blood gold as well. Isn't Q confident enough to buy and earn this early? I mean, you normally build that on the Weaver, but you got a lot of gold. Will he burn out to this one? Not quite. He has enough HP regen with that tango. It doesn't end up finishing him off. I mean, it's percentage-based damage is only 1% at one level. Oh, so that's Firestorm, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of damage out onto the Clinks. He does have to be a little bit careful in the lane stage. He's not nearly as tanky yet as he's going to be later, of course, but Sal back up to a max HP here thanks to Tidehunter, and back to farming he goes.
Yep.
Underlord is, I don't know, I'm curious. How do you feel about this hero? Just Underlord in general.
Underlord in general, I feel a little bit underwhelming. Giant slug, pretty slow. Doesn't scale as the game goes on so well. Completely countered by a BKB, but he's CSing reasonably well inside the lane. Right now, he's ahead of the Clinks.
Yeah, so I play a lot of Underlord myself. I do like the hero, but I kind of tend to agree with you. The hero feels a little bit underwhelming. It has been getting picked up a little bit here and there. What, the Underlord underwhelming?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. But one thing to notice is that there are a couple builds that have kind of popped up a little bit on this hero. Like there's people going like an immediate Gleipnir rush on him, which has been kind of interesting.
Is it good?
It's actually looks pretty good. You can go like AC and stuff and turn yourself into like a right-clicking tanky core as opposed to like the spellcaster.
Okay, well I don't think they're gonna do the first one that you mentioned because IG are trying to win this game.
Okay, nice. Good one, Neff. Thank you.
He's practically right themselves in here, buddy.
It's all right.
Alright. Why? Being forced out of the lane. I mean, JT at the very least, he's going to have an easy time cutting. Q, all you do have to be worried about, he's got a TP. He might just opt to do that after taking the rune here.
Bane with a quick yoink, my rune. Very nice.
Alright, puts him to sleep. No need to use the TP. I think he's going to take more. He's going to use more mana from that.
He's going to try and chase him here. Okay, he's not. He's not going to go all the way. But Bane, without having much mana, has to...
He's got a mango.
Be a little bit careful here, as Fly's gonna be able to just kind of have to be a little bit more safe in the lane, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, Bugs come out. The Wolves here are gonna be able to body block up Ollie. He realizes it, and he's trying to juke his way back underneath the tower. Does he get the auto attack? He does, but nice. Static look here from Fly. It's not gonna protect the Bane, but Fly will be able to do a decent chunk of damage back on the Sin Q. Plasma Field comes out. Okay, trades 1 for 1.
And he gets the Wolves as well. Fly looking a lot better all of a sudden. Nothing to say. Just tried to dive the mid tower. Got level 6 before he did on Emo here. Tried to pull the, the NA Dota special, the triple remnant in no exit strategy.
And top lane JT cleaves down Y here on this Tidehunter. Plenty of damage coming through, and now sitting at 87 on that aura. So you gotta be careful. He hits very hard right now. One of the fastest ways to lose a lane against the Underlord is not respecting the bonus damage he gets from hero deaths.
Yep. When you come back to that one, he trades a couple of right clicks on you, you just melt. He takes down towers pretty quickly as well, nothing to say. A trade with Emo here. I think he dodged out the damage there.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, but he had Flame Guard on anyway, so taking anything. Got 3 points into this one. I mean, it makes sense to go that against the Void Spirit. A lot of what he has is just magical burst, so you don't have much kill threat onto him.
Yeah, he'll
Got Flame Guard next.
The slight chains build is pretty good. Whoa, did I see Lycan's items there correctly? We'll come back to that in a moment, but yeah, nothing to say. Should be pretty safe here on this Ember Spirit.
What were you saying about the Lycan?
I'm actually curious what his items he had queued up were, but it has to be Helm of the Dominator if I'm not mistaken, but...
That's what you thought? That's not unusual.
Yeah, but... Oh, I'm thinking he does. I thought I saw an Atos for some reason.
You thought you saw an Atos on the Lycan?
Yeah, which might have definitely been incorrect.
I'm certain that you're crazy. He doesn't have enough money for it yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I thought he had it queued up for some reason, but yeah, it's probably just Helm of the Dominator.
Find out in a moment.
Mid lane. That's it. Yeah, continuing to feel very strong in this lane. Not that surprising. Clinks getting chased around in the jungle. Yeah, he's super low. He's fine though. Bottom lane, fly. Rotation from Ninkyu and Wade. Trying to hobble himself away. Gets static link off, but dies to the Bugs as well as that Urn. Frizz should survive this.
Way too much minus armor, not enough HP on the Razor, so he just ends up melting to this.
You got Bug's Urn, it's a lot of damage, plus the Gush as well. That stuff adds up fast.
Yep. Gonna rise back over here to the mid lane. Ember Spirit still a little bit ahead
Radiant's
of Emo.
bottom tower is under attack.
Spamming out his fist off onto him.
Bottom lane, Y looking for Frisk. There's going to be the Wolves rotating in as Y. Will probably tick down here to Frisk on this Snapfire, trying to hobble his way to the trees. Not going to be able to get the kill, and Y is out. Static Link. Who does he find? Oh, Lycan just barely avoiding that Pit of Malice, and we'll be able to TP back to his tower.
Yep. Still sitting on 2 urn charges. This guy's 4-in-1 on the Weaver. He's just gonna go in the Glypnir like we saw in another game that he was Weaver.
Oh my gosh.
ZQ fails to understand these positions. Actually, I'm sure he understands. He just refuses to actually play position 4. Like,
He's not trying to conform, okay? Zinq plays Dota his way.
yeah. If he keeps winning like this, you know, I'm sure his way is the correct way.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Still a massive fan of what he pulled off in that 80-minute game on the Tusk.
Yeah.
Just starts out carrying the enemy position 1.
Very good stuff.
Post run away from him. Get beyond. Yeah, it
Almost Helmet Dominator. Very close now.
I don't think he had. Maybe he had the aim to.
Yeah, I don't think so. Definitely just a graphical bug. You know, game's still in beta. It is what it is. Mid lane. Looking to get on top of Frisk here. Jumps over the Remnant. Nice 2-man searing chains, but they burst out the Tidehunter underneath the tower. Nothing to say. Doesn't have a Remnant out quite yet. Throws it now. He's going to be okay. Plenty of survivability left. Has another side of fist. Able to take that Remnant away, but now Emo in trouble. Zinq trying to stay on top of him here. Does get a decent amount of damage block though. Jumping forward in on the Ember. Doesn't have cooldown yet on that side of fist. Emo just gets chased down. Zinq does not stop, man. He's absolutely dismantling IG here on this Weaver. Nice Nightmare. Setting up for JT here. Does have Firestorm and Pit of Malice. Can they finish him off in time? They do with the Brain Sap, so a decent gold bounty going for the way of Ollie here.
I finally managed to get him against all odds in Q. The amount of space that he's making, the amount of farm that he has on this Weaver is insane. He's almost caught up with the Lycan. He's almost twice the net worth of the enemy position 4.
Yeah, that's what happens when you just find a solo kill, first blood onto the carry, and then several other kills around the map. He's having a great time. Underlord doing what he does, which is take objectives, right? He's taking the tier 1 top. He's got the Hood of Defiance, now going for the 8 toss, trying to just take objective and map control away from IG. Alice, he finds Q. Remnant's on the backside. Nothing to say. Does find both supports. Able to dodge out that Scatterblast. Y rotating it. Does not have Ravage. Zinq just dies solo to Emo. JT, however, will fall Fate Beyond using that shapeshift. First one of the game. He's going to find one, and now probably a second as Ollie. I don't think you're going to escape this one.
Certainly dead, but Underlord was your most farmed hero who ended up going down for the position 4. Ollie, they're about to lose him, but already happy about that, and they managed to find another hero. Nothing to say, he snakes the bounty room from him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want those, Emo? Yeah, sometimes you just have an Invis rune and just yoink enemy bounty runes. That's stonks, if you ask me, right there. And now, heading his way top, sees Fly. You got Clinks nearby as well. Has plenty of damage to the Searing Chains, but doesn't hold him down long enough. It's going to have to come from Ame here on the Clinks. Remnant's on forward, burns him down. They get the kill. Meanwhile, bottom, you lose Fate Beyond, so a trade 1-for-1.
They're going to try to finish off. Oh,
he gets the deny. Wow, very nice.
Yeah. Don't want to be giving up anything that you don't have to.
And Faith Beyond's micro on Lycan is unreal.
What they say, 100% win rate on the Lycan? Is that about right?
Not in a tournament, but for Faith Beyond it is.
Oh, yeah.
Mid lane, Emo. Q once again, Ravage comes through from Y, does connect. A lot of damage being dumped down to Emo, but he does have another Astral Step still available. A lot of physical damage in from the tower, but will survive. Or not gonna be able to take him down, I think, either. Whoa, wait a minute. He's got a Dissimulate, he's fine.
Yep.
Patience from Emo.
Yeah.
Never worried, not even for a second.
In fact, he's going to stick around, salves back up thanks to Ollie. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find much, but at the very least he's going to walk all the way back to base, put his TP on cooldown again.
And you got runes respawning in about 20 seconds as well. I'm sure he's going to be keeping his eyes peeled for those. Auto refill coming through from Snapfire as well, so yeah, he's fine.
Right. At what point do we decide that Underlord is new carry on IG.
I mean, he's super farm. This is what Underlord does, though, right? Like, he always manages to find farm. It's really what he does with it, right? Like, this hero, if he's, he kind of has, like, the Timbersaw effect where, like, you just feel so strong and untouchable that you overextend. And I don't want to say JT's doing that right now. He's pretty far forward, looking to get on top of Faith Beyond. He does have shapeshifts available. Why here, trying to bait this out. In comes Clinks as well, and JT suddenly maybe overextending a bit, and he dies.
It's almost like he went too far out. Yeah, it felt invincible there. That there was absolutely no punishment for him. But at the very least, he's making space for the rest of his team. They do end up finding the kill off onto him, but right now, I think he's just trying to play catch up on Razor. He needs BKB, he needs Refresher to outscale some of these.
Oh, sick remnant there, but Searing Chains, had an illusion rune, so he's out. But yeah, like I was saying, it's basically the Timbersaw effect. You feel so strong, you feel indestructible, so you overextend, and then you die, and then your like entire momentum for the game that you've been building on this Underlord hero, it just disappears.
I know, I've played games with your Underlord with you, Ricky.
Of course, yeah, good one. Only the ones that I win, though, I'm sure, because I have to carry you. But smoke up here from LGD. I'm not going to let you get back into this one. Yeah. They're going to walk right into Emo. Why? I have to be a little bit careful. Searing Chains does connect. Burning Barrage comes through, but he's able to get out with the Dissimilate. Nothing to say, though. Doing a decent amount of work. Why? Sniped on the backside thanks to the Snapfire cooking on through, but beautiful dodge there. Plum, nothing to say. Trying to finish him off in time. Gets Searing Chains, and one more auto attack will find it. JT leaves under the Dark Rift, but unable to grab bring the Snapfire with him. She's not tanky enough yet.
0 stars right there. Nobody got into that one.
I mean, he made it to his destination. Maybe a 1 star.
They didn't even bring the rest of them. They didn't even bring the corpses.
It's like one of those scenarios where like your Uber just like cancels the ride after they gets to your desk, after he like shows up at your like house, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, after he's there. Realizes that it's you again.
Yeah, she's like, never mind, I don't want to be here. Canceling. Nice Nightmare. They get the deny on the Invis. Precinct play there from Ollie. Cookie on board from Brisk. JT. Gonna help force the Ravage from wide. Emo's gonna pick him off. Nothing to say. Inside the Roach Pit. Catches Remnant. Even gets bashed as well. Gets the kill. Remnant's away. Style here from Nothing to Say.
And we were never worried.
I'm sure he was a little bit for a moment, for a moment, but
yeah, until he's a little bit considered Roshan would bash him again.
Dude, if you get double bashed by Roche there, he definitely does.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
It was
attack.
close. JT now going for the Rod of Atos. You do need it this game against the Ember Spirit.
It's going the Aghanim Scepter. I mean, we've seen this many times, just these brown boots into sometimes wand or just stick, rushing the Aghanim Scepter. Faith Beyond on his way to the helm of the Overlord.
I mean, I feel like it's good when it's a nice save. This game, it's not amazing. I don't think Snapfire is ever going to be getting that close to people.
I just throw the Underlord in, right? Like, he's a big slug. He's immobile. He needs some help.
He doesn't just get killed immediately as he goes in.
Yeah.
He's somewhat tanky, but damage coming out from Clinks as the game goes on can be a little bit scary.
Yeah, right now, Fly farming pretty dang well here on the Razor, trying to keep pace with Ame, of course, on this Clinks who top of the net worth once again. No surprise there. Well, mid lane, Emo. He gets his Searing Trains on the money. Does not have the Ravage, but double Astral steps away, gets one more side of his. They get the kill, and Faith Beyond already here on the Lycan looking for the tower. They get the fortification. Beautiful kill there for the side of LG. Man, those Searing Chains, that is such a high roll, like getting him, right?
I think so. Was he just super close to the creeps there as well?
No, he wasn't. All right. Heroes rotating back in, looking like they do want to try and defend. Nice Pit of Malice here, holding the Ember Spirit down in place. They get the Fiend's Grip as well. Nothing to say. Goes down to Frisk. Beautiful play from then. Faith Beyond on the high ground, just going to TP out, but a Nightmare from Ollie. Setting up 2 kills here for the side of IG. Beautifully done.
Onto 2 of their cores. They didn't get the Clinks, who is the most farmed on their team right now, but this does set them up inside the pit. Taking this might be a little bit ambitious.
I mean, JT does have a little bit of bonus damage, and Fly has Static Link, but that's all kind of about to expire. They don't have a ton of minus armor. They do find the Weaver. Q forces time lapse, gets caught by a Dust as well. That's going to be a 3rd kill. Nelly for Why. Another Nightmare from Ollie. The chase down from Fly. He's got the Static Link. He's got the Storm. Make it 4. LGD just sticking around way too long.
And they're looking to go and Roshan themselves. Now, that doesn't work anymore. Nice try, though. Firestorm does not affect Roshan. It did for a little while, and again, percentage base damage took him down pretty quickly. It was ridiculous. Everyone just run under Lord mid, get level 7, and then head to the pit. They're gonna try to prevent this one. I mean, you can do a lot of damage here.
Ame here, they see it with the sentry. He's gonna need help. 9-2 here, slide of chains, but Ame stuck inside the pit, drops that. I mean, he just got blown apart. That's like the worst thing that can happen is just losing yourself on the Clinks there.
And one of them fly gonna head back to base. Nothing to say. Tries to scout this one out, but yeah, Clink's too far forward. Doesn't have the BKB yet. It's way too easy to set up on him when you don't have it. Ravage just came up on the Tidehunter as well. It's him respawning. I think they're expecting to take a fight around the pit. Scan them out now on IG.
All right. They can actually do this though. I mean, he's coming back up in about 15 seconds. We'll have Dark Pact as well. We have Ravage now on the Tidehunter, so they've got a little bit to work with. But Emo on the side finds the Ember Spirit, and there it is. Pit of Malice once again, big Ravage, but it's not going to be enough. I think nothing to say. Yeah, latched up once again. Weaver walks on in. Jin Q to fall, and very well done here from the side of IG as they pick themselves up 2 quick kills, looking for more potentially. Pit of Malice is going to kill the catch once again. Remnant holding Faith Beyond in place. More kisses from downtown into a feed script. Baby, they get 3.
Razor just trying to get away from these Lycan units. No, never mind. He's changed his mind. He's running down this helm with the Overlord. He wants that 250 gold.
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
There it is.
Okay.
Take down 2 cores. Clink's still standing, but will secure them in the area around the road pit. And unfortunately, they just take it way too slow. They take the team fight, but they're not going to be able to get any objectives off of it.
They have too many ways of controlling the Ember Spirit at the current stage. Like the Yule's initiations from Emo have been really sick. He's always catching the Ember Spirit. Nothing to say, does not quite have his BKB. He's itemizing for it, but until he gets it, he's still really susceptible to the side of IG.
Oh, he's waiting in the trees up here for so much trouble. Trying to kill on Ember.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. It's just Underlord here this time, so does take a decent chunk of damage, but we'll be all right. He's still really far from that BKB. It's like 1,500 gold, but
sitting up around the pit again on IG. I mean, again, at the very least, they're not able to take any objectives at the moment at IG. None of the heroes are great at hitting towers. At least not until you have Magnum Scepter done on the Razor, and that's not going to be done for a super long time. At that point, Clicks is going to outscale you.
Say doing a little bit more of lane cutting / staying off the map at this point. Like he just does not want to deal with the side of IG here. See, just cutting this mid lane. They are going to try and fort it. Just deny any farm that he can find.
There's a lot of confidence they're not going to push in the next couple of minutes.
Emo will find Weaver here. He'll just time lapse that off and walk away. So Jinq, no problem at all.
Gonna go in for a little bit. I have Scotty completed now on the Clinks.
This is a huge item against the Razor.
I mean, it's okay this game. It's not like you're playing against multiple range scores, but it will let you run down Fly with this BKB without a care in the world. They're gonna try to go for Roche again.
Such a slow Roche. I mean, that being said, bottom lane is where LGD is. Trying to do what they can here to push this. Lycan, I think, about to scout this one out here with the Wolves, but it's a little too late.
Yeah. By the
They're
time
just going to give up the Roche.
they're not going to try to. Well, they're going to send one more Wolf, and they're going to send the Black Dragon in. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, though.
Oh, Bash? Bash? Oh my god. You know, sometimes you can get, or, you know, going for Roche, it can really backfire. So that would have been a rough one if he just got double bashed.
Actually, they got the kill on the Roshan on PSG LGD.
Did he really? It was a snatch?
Yeah.
All right. That fireball, a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Clinks, burning barrage, and taking down Fly. Ravage comes through from wide, looking to get the bait, gets the kill. All right. The question is, can you get out here? Doesn't look like he's going to. They actually commit the shapeshift as well as he's sending these creeps out. Emo.
I mean, who cares? You got the kill off on the Roshan. You got the gold for it. You ended up burning the Iggy's immediately.
And you get the kill on Bane. You cost you the Ravage, but it's not the end of the world.
I mean, it's a position 5 Tidehunter's Ravage. You still have a pause 3 working wonders on this map for you.
Yeah, really well done.
Yeah, right now we see him working wonders up in the top lane.
Looking for Frisk. Look at the damage. The minus armor. Unbelievable.
Zinq's got a Desolator.
Yeah.
JT, he's working on a Crimson Guard in order to negate some of the damage from the summon units as well as from the Burning Barrage.
Yeah, we were talking Jin Q being one of the more carry-esque 4 positions, almost up to Emo's net worth here with a Desolator Medallion on your 4-position Weaver.
I try to keep them in place, but it's quite good beat down.
Why? Gonna get caught here by Fly and Ollie. A lot of damage coming through from the Static Link and the Eye of the Storm. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna come help him out, so Fly and Ollie. A lot of damage coming through from the Static Link and the Eye of the Storm. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna come help him out, so right there for Fly.
Position 5 Tidehunter still doesn't have Ravage off the cooldown, so it was not worth much for them. They just let him go down.
Dude, they need so many armor items on the side of IG. Like, if Razor's going for the Assault Cuirass, but these supports, if this Weaver gets on top of you, like, this is like one of those old school Weaver builds, right? Where you just get this like early Deso and just start killing supports.
Radiant are scanning.
Man, this is scary.
What about the really old school Weaver? We'd go first item Radiance.
No. I don't know. I don't approve.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't. That sounds terrible. I don't want to remember that timeline.
Do that on Weaver every game. It's kind of exist and run people down.
It's like people building like Radiance on Ricky and just like walking around.
It's spooky ghost mode.
Yeah. Ooh, how am I burning?
My HP is just going down. I don't understand.
It's like that's like poor man's like Nick Starkster combo, except it also just costs a lot of money and it's worse. Smoke up here from LGD. They're gonna see Frisk here in the river. He does have that Aggro Scepter just completed. Absolutely terrified as he's just getting ran down here by Jin Q. Easy kill. Goes the way of nothing to say. Okay.
They try to scat out the heroes on PSG LGD and think about initiating, but no.
Nothing to say is dropping every single remnant, and he will find the Razor. They do want to try and force the BKB. Okay, oh, they will. A lot of damage for the Burning Barrage. He has that level 20 talent now, so you have to respect that.
So the Arcane Runner, nothing says the remnants will be back up in no time at all.
Underlord off to the sign here. Gonna take a decent chunk of damage, but still very tanky. There's the Crimson Guard completed now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you have Lycan plus Clinks working on that mid tier 2. Gonna fall in no time.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Suddenly LGD hitting a pretty big power spike, a 6,000 gold lead going their way. It's been pretty even up until this point.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this as this game went on. After you pass like the early mid game on IG, Underlord would fall off. Void Spear would fall off. Your supports don't do a ton of damage either, but position 5, Tidehunter, the items that Jin Q is going for, it's like in the Clinks, it is almost too much for them to deal with.
Gobble up attempt there as they send to Emo, trying to find the Clinks, but not gonna happen. You're right though, I mean, you have like a lineup that just does not scale into the late game, whereas you're going up against arguably one of the nastiest looking late game lineups. A 5-tide, a Weaver who's basically a core at this point, and of course, Faith Beyond's Lycan. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Looking to bring the fight to you now on PSG. They gotta get back.
Jin Q finds Ollie, quick 2 auto attacks there, plus the sleight of fist, finds the kill. They do manage to get on top of the Clinks here. Ame needs some help. He's gonna turn around with the Burning Barrage, do what he can, trying to disengage. Emo does not have the ability to chase it. There's the Ravage. He held it the whole fight. They take down Fly JT. You're stuck in the middle. Emo might be able to make it on out of here. Nice gobble up does come through. Burning Barrage, does he get the kill? He will make it out, just barely. Fiend's Grit takes down Clinks. All right.
They turn the fight around. The Dark Grip takes him out with almost no HP while he catches him on the back line. They had completely forgotten about that. I'm sure they thought there was no way they managed to pull it off the amount of damage that Bane had by himself.
Dude, that was a pretty Chad play there by Ollie, but the question is, they might get more, and can they like it without the shapeshift? Pretty immobile. Jinka coming on the backside as well, nothing to say. Faith Beyond falling low with them, right-click damage. Faith Beyond trading 1-for-1 Frizz, trying to run away from these creeps, not gonna be able to do it. But now JT, he's stuck here, and he is alone. He's a pretty tanky hero, but not tanky enough, it seems, as Jin Q gets the time lapse off, finishes him off with his Kuchi. Double kill there for the Weaver. The real the real carry here, it seems.
I'm
for the
sure his
side of
damage
LG.
numbers are higher than Clink, so yeah, that makes sense. And they managed to clutch out that fight at first. They bring it back, but this Weaver is so much of a problem. He might as well be a core at this point.
I mean, he is. I guarantee you he has more net worth than... Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't
They're
finish that
exaggerating slightly, but he's almost got more net worth than the Void Spirit. In fact, he will in just a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got to be right neck and neck with him, and even the Underlord, not too far ahead. So, yeah, 4-position Weaver, you're definitely feeling his presence in this game. Clinks. Once he has BKB, I imagine this game becomes very difficult for the side of ING. We saw in this last fight, they did a really good job of controlling him up and being able to run him down, but can't. Once he has that BKB, it becomes very difficult. I mean, these are some huge jungle items. Cloak of Flames, Spider Legs, and Paladin Sword. Those are all very good.
How far past the Spirit? I don't think he'll go down here.
He's got BKB, able to dodge out the damage. Remnants away. And to say, very close. Emo, good attempt there for sure.
Man, you just can't quite get your way back into this game. It would be so clutch if we could find that kill, but nothing to say. Gets out. Working on increasing his magic damage right now. I mean, he had the Nether Shawl there for sure, but wanting to get that Sanjin Kaya and then be able to burst down the Ember Spirit.
Well, gets the Humble the Overlord creep, Bait Beyond. Stole the DD for this, I guess. Xinq's sitting underneath a ward, so he needs to be a little bit careful. If they had the Snapfire there, they'd go for the Goblet play, but no one close by.
Yeah, it looks like they're grouping up to try to find a kill on PSG LGD. Innocence just completed his Blink Dagger. There they are. They see them in the mid lane. Ember Spirit's still not anywhere close, though.
I mean, he's got boots to travel. He just wants to be able to split push these lanes.
15-second Roche respawn.
Oh, wow, you're right. That's super fast. Bane's trying to find him top as well, you know, trying to set up maybe a Fiend's Grip play there, but Ember Spirit, he's out. He's bottom lane now, but unfortunate time for him, because like you said, Roshan just now respawning, and they don't really have ward vision to scout this.
They've got a sentry there, but that's about it. If they catch you in the bottom lane trying to take a tier 3, they'll probably trade that for the Roshan. This is the second one? Second one.
Yeah, second Roche. Looks like it was scouted by Bane as well. I'm not 100%, but I think so. All right, 10 heroes smoke up. Ready to fight. Gobble up available. Frisk just throws in Emo, doesn't find anything.
A bit of a dicey initiation if you're not at least getting this 10 off onto someone as throws you in, but they didn't even have vision there. It's like a general idea that they walked nearby a moment ago because of that observer ward.
They did scan the high ground. Dire now scanning, not finding the sign of LGD, but they go right into the Roach pit, and boy, is it gonna die so fast as they have just an intense amount of physical damage. And they grab themselves the Aegis, they get themselves a shard for the Ember Spirit. Ravage just immediately dropped from life, grabbing two. Nice Nightmare trying to keep GT alive, but no chance in hell he's making out of this one. Fly, BKB, TP home, but it's Ember looking for on the back as he gets slight chains onto Ollie. They will take 2 heroes with the Roshan. Emo actually walked under a ward for a moment. The question is, do they continue the chase? Clink's definitely going to try and scout him out here.
I think he can get away from Clink's fairly easily.
Yeah.
Scott's going to slow him down for a moment, but yeah, he gets a TP out. Nothing they're able to do. Oh, nothing to say. Trying to get him with the slight chains.
All right, but they can continue to push here mid lane. Lycan was caught for a moment. Fly. Forces him out with a TP.
They're not vision of it. Unfortunate. So he managed to get away. Whisper going to push down the bottom lane now. I mean, back's against the wall here now. 90k net with advantage. I'm not sure what your play is to get back in this game. You can find solo pickoff with this Bane, but it feels like you're never going to be able to take a team fight. Your Rat Dota is lacking when you compare yourselves to Lycan, Clinks, and a Weaver.
Oh, they're looking for Fly. Ember Spirit wrapping around, but you do have the Emo Void Spirit here as well. Clinks, see what they can find. Nice AoE silence, holding him in place. Emo has to be so careful, but look at Ame. Beautiful guess by Emo there. Doesn't end up going right into the hands of that Clinks.
20k net worth lead now. I mean, they want to push high ground. Not until we've got Ravage available. Either should have it in just a moment here to position themselves in front of the racks.
Good old Gobble up. Very fun ability.
Yeah. back at the full HP. The Lynx have been
Does
on
need
to
to be
him.
careful. He's just dead. That's going to be your Aegis. They're going to go in aggressively here. Want to protect the Clinks, make sure he does not go down, but he's still into the pit of malice. The Roots holding him in place, and why? Gonna pay for this one. Nothing to say. Force BKB. Meanwhile, in the base, ZinQ as well as Lycan. They just took a lane of barracks.
Has fallen.
Yeah, you're preoccupied with the Clinks, but you still got a Lycan, baby.
Ended up taking your your Vayne as well. Doesn't have buyback available on cooldown for another minute and 15 seconds. So just like that, leave the base now. Aegis was committed, but that's it. They're out.
Yeah, this is a massive net worth advantage now, up to 21,000 for the side of LGD.
Again, I don't see a huge way back into this. Like, Raze is terrifying with BKB refresher, but it's not going to be enough. They get in and out of these fights so easy with the Clinks and the Lycan.
I think they just kill him too. Like, they have so much physical damage. If he walks in, right, you have Deso, you've got Avenge, like the AC as well on Faith Beyond, and just the incredible amount of right-click damage from the Clinks.
They backed themselves into a corner here.
Yeah. Itemization-wise, there's not much that you can build to deal with it. You're gonna have Daedalus coming out here pretty soon for multiple heroes on the side of LGD. Double damage on the Clinks. Emo just gets destroyed. Beautiful. Savage initiation there, looking for Frisk on the backside. Nothing to say. Trying to finish him off in time. The Fiend's Grip will help take down the Weaver, but Fly, he's pretty far forward, and Ollie caught by Nothing to Say as well. He does have BKB trying to make a way into the base. Will be able to dodge out the stomp, but you gotta get away from the Clinks, and that is not an easy task. He pops his BKB, does not care about your static link. He goes down, and Faith Beyond continues. She's now turning his attention on over to Frisk, but Shapeshift will expire, and off to the base they go, and they're gonna make some buildings are also about to go.
Nothing they can do. Razor's last-ditch efforts to try to defend, but he just melts. Everything is melting. 29k net worth advantage here. They can't stall this out. Not even with the heroes. Tanky's Underlord. He will die in just a second in front of all these heroes. But they're going to try.
Gobble up goes in, finds live. Mortimer Kiss is doing a lot of damage, but JT tries to stand his ground. Gonna regret that one as the Clinks just shreds right through him. He will be able to TP home thanks to the Ghost Scepter. A sick play. You get the Weaver. He buys back. You have Emo TPing in at the moment. ZinQ gonna commit for the barracks. Will be able to do it. He'll pay for this one with his life.
No ultimate available, but I don't see how they defend from Mega Creeps on this one. They don't have the heroes for the job.
It's just Emo. Like, you don't have wave clear outside of Emo. Like, JT can kind of throw down firestorms, but it's not enough damage. It takes them it takes a little bit too long.
IG, the back's against the wall here, and now looks like an unwinnable situation. He finds Clinks for half a second.
That is a lot of damage, Emo. I don't know if you can do this. They can't. He pops the BKB. JT thrown in. He doesn't seem to really care. He finds Ollie on the backside. Gonna be able to put himself under a nightmare, but he's got the damage anyway. You're fighting inside of spirits. He's fighting 1v4. They need to get out of here, however. Clinks finally gonna pay for this one. So yes, you do get the Clinks. You take an Almate down. It did cost you 2 buybacks.
He just got Fiend's Grip up the like half a second after he died too. If he had that, he would have been able to get him. BKB wouldn't have mattered, but they end up losing 2 heroes there, both coming back into the game. It wasn't hard enough already. I mean, it stalls down for 80 seconds, but you're not going to get anything in 80 seconds. Roshan doesn't respond for another, 130.
Yeah, and you also have the Mega Creeps you have to deal with.
Yeah, one of your heroes have to be back into the base. Ollie.
It's a nice setup here, potentially.
No,
Fly
the setup
throws in
is
again.
easy.
Meanwhile, nothing to say. Pop BKB just gets instantly Fiend's Grip, and there's the Ravage from wide. They do not want any more casualties here on the side of LGD, it would seem, as Fly pops Satanic. Will be able to just kite this one out. Gobble up comes through. Emo.
Yeah, they figured he'd stand his ground and fight him, but was not so inclined. DD run out here.
It's a big one for Fly.
I mean, if there's any rune that's going to make a difference, it's going to be that one. But ZinQ, he's at your tier 4s. This is the Lycan.
Okay. Meanwhile,
They're stoling him out.
isolate the Fly Razor. He pops the BKB, trying to take down Y. Should be able to.
They're back at the tier
The
4s.
Satanic, nothing to say, needs to disengage. JT pulled back with the Dark Rift into the middle of the fight. Faith Beyond pops his BKB, trying to disengage. Weaver's out as well, but Faith Beyond with BKB, can he make it out? He will.
The entire team forced back by the Uber. Dark, we are bringing them back into the tier 4s. I mean, at the very least, it's hard for them to play Rad onto this. He's got himself the Crimson Guard. So he can damage block when these heroes try to blow up his racks or focus that down. But again, you're locked into your base. They're going to be able to stall this out now. Tier 4 neutral items are coming. And next time PSG LGD decide to invade, it's going to be with the third Roshan.
Yeah, and you have 100% uptime basically on the Firestorm, and he can just walk around with the Firestorm on top of himself, obviously with the shard. So decent at pushing out some of these waves, but
Look how slow this is.
Yeah.
Flyfly's been at this for like a good 20 seconds
yeah,
now.
this is the big problem. You're gonna be so much slower at getting anything on the map now because you don't have great wave clear, and PSGLG absolutely gonna punish them every opportunity they have for this, and they're moving their way back into the base bottom lane here.
Yep, keeping them boxed. Let's get over Roshan.
Well, JT needs to be careful. Will be able to keep himself alive for the moment thanks to the Ghost Effort, but why? Catch him with the gun. Big feed script in, holding nothing to say down. He just gets bursted without buyback either. Flyfly trying to stand his ground, but time lapse on in front of Jinky will keep himself nice and healthy, and they take down the Razor through all of that static link damage. Clinks does not care, and like it, trying to do what he can. Evo. Nice gobble up attempt here on the backside. Can they actually take down the Clink? Silenced up. Meanwhile, you got Faith Beyond and Shin Q just focusing down the barracks. They do not care. GG comes out, and LGD objective gamers as they take the series 2-1.
And this finishes them first place with a clean 7-0 record here in the DPC.
It's hard to say, you know, it's not expected, but this is such a strong team. They looked incredible from day one, and they finished strong. And yeah, beautifully done.
Yeah, congratulations to them for their near flawless performance. They lost a series here and there, but this is what everyone's expecting. PSG LGD showing everyone why they were on top, second place team at TI last several years here.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a fun game to watch. I mean, Faith Beyond's Lycan, an absolute treat every single time. Absolutely crushed it. Jin Q on the Weaver, honestly, it probably has to be like one of my MVPs just because of how funny this game was for him. Like, he gets that early first blood and then just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a core now. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's usually the way he goes. Sends
Your turn to ban. Five seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.